Most late summer salads follow a predictable formula. You take fresh, raw vegetables, toss them in a bowl, and hope for the best. But when you build a dish entirely out of raw produce, you often end up with a bowl full of water. The vegetables leak their moisture, diluting the dressing and leaving the flavors muted and flat. Relying strictly on high moisture ingredients like raw cucumbers or tomatoes creates a textural problem. Every bite yields the same soft, wet crunch. It's a physical experience that can feel repetitive and one-note. The usual instinct is to fix this flimsy base by piling on heavy proteins like grilled chicken or dense carbohydrates like croutons. But you don't need to mask the produce to give a salad some backbone. The solution involves physics. By applying intense, radiant heat to fresh vegetables, you can alter their cellular structure. The heat drives off excess water and concentrates the flavor compounds left behind. To see exactly how this works in practice, we can look at a specific late summer build, a charred corn, heirloom tomato, and halloumi salad. Mastering this dish requires looking past the ingredient list to the specific physical forces that transform raw produce into something savory and structural. The process starts by taking 4 ears of fresh, husked sweet corn, brushing them with a tablespoon of olive oil, and carefully placing them into a high-heat cooking environment, an outdoor grill, a hot gas burner, or right under your oven's broiler. You expose the corn to medium-high heat, turning the cobs occasionally. As the heat penetrates the kernels, the tough exterior walls begin to soften and break down. Look at this diagram of the corn's natural sugars. As temperature spikes, caramelization occurs. Heat forces simple sugar molecules to break apart and rebuild into complex flavor compounds. Meanwhile, water inside evaporates. The structure shrinks, changing the corn from watery to dense and chewy. If you leave the corn on the heat long enough, the exterior of the kernels will begin to blister and turn pitch black. These charred spots are a highly intentional bowl. Those black marks introduce sharp, bitter, and smoky notes to the dish. Because the heat has amplified the natural sugars inside the kernel, you need that aggressive external bitterness to provide a necessary counterweight to the sweetness. Once the cobs are blistered and tender, you pull them off the heat. Give them a few minutes to cool down, then take a sharp knife and slice those concentrated kernels straight off the cob and directly into a large mixing bowl. Taking a sweet ingredient to the absolute brink of burning changes its culinary DNA, turning a simple vegetable into a robust, savory base for the rest of the dish. Sweet and smoky corn is only half the equation. To ground those softer vegetables, you need a savory, textural anchor that can provide physical resistance when you bite into it. That brings us to halloumi cheese. Unlike cheddar or mozzarella, halloumi has a high melting point. You can expose it to direct, intense heat, and instead of liquefying, it holds its shape. You slice 8 ounces of the cheese into half-inch slabs, pat them completely dry to remove surface moisture, and gently drop them into a cast iron skillet with a tablespoon of hot olive oil for exactly 5 minutes per side. That intense, direct heat against the dry surface of the cheese triggers the Maillard reaction. The proteins and sugars on the exterior collide, forming a thick, deeply browned outer crust that adds a massive hit of savory umami and a satisfying, meaty chew. This engineered crust turns the cheese into the heavy, load-bearing pillar of the entire dish, providing the weight and texture you normally expect from a piece of meat. We now have a bowl of sweet, charred corn and thick slabs of salty, fried cheese. If we stop here, the heavy, smoky, and salty compounds will likely overwhelm the palate. To cut through that heavy fat and smoke, you need a precise chemical solution, a vinaigrette made from honey, some Dijon mustard, red wine vinegar, and olive oil. Look at this diagram of an emulsion in action. Oil and vinegar naturally repel each other, but when whisked together, mustard acts as a binding agent. It physically grabs opposing oil and vinegar molecules, locking them into a single stable liquid. Tossing this dressing with the juicy heirloom tomatoes and red onions introduces a sharp, acidic contrast, while the honey provides a structural link back to the sweetness of the corn. This acidic emulsion provides the tension needed to balance the extreme heat, showing how opposing physical forces work together to create a balanced bite. With the components ready, you assemble the dish. You spread the dressed corn, tomatoes, and onions across a wide platter and layer the warm, freshly seared halloumi right on top. Finally, you scatter torn fresh basil leaves across the platter for an herbal lift, and finish it with a final drizzle of the remaining vinaigrette. The result is a combination of distinct textures and temperatures. The warm, salty cheese hits first, followed by the smoky, sweet corn, and the cool, acidic heirloom tomatoes. It feels substantial, but never heavy. This demonstrates a core philosophy of flavor building. Great cooking relies on creating and managing extreme contrasts, rather than just mixing complementary ingredients. When you master that intentional burn, you create a complex, smoky foundation that raw produce simply cannot replicate on its own.